What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm going to be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several very interesting news. First of all, I will show you an update in regards to the most recent lawsuit that was filed by Mark Basile law firm. And on top of that, I will show you some comments from Mark Basile himself in regards to the updates that will or will not take place within the next several days. On top of that, I will explain you my yesterday's video and the price of $1,500 to $3,000 per share. And I will show you the most common practice that happens in Europe. On top of that, and it is the most crucial part of today's video, I will show you an announcement for the potential bombshell that will be disclosed by Kurtis, and I will show you his comments in regards to this update. Then I will show you another evidence that we are gaining momentum and we are attracting more and more allies on our side. And at the end of this video I will share my personal story. That is why watch this video till the very end, because it is very important for me personally. And before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. So let's start with the news itself. Junk Savvy published this update just several hours ago, and she wrote, Basile law firm files a disclosure statement and certificate of interested parties in Intercoastal Waterways LLC versus Trade Station. Defines interested parties as, and here's the list of all the parties who might be interested in some kind of resolution one way or another in this case. And I have to say that I'm not so familiar with this type of documents, but in my opinion it is just a technical update which is discloses the parties that might be involved and that have some interest in certain outcome for this case. Let me quote you them one by one. Agapia Cruz, attorney for plaintiff Intercoastal Waterways LLC, Anna Messi Jagash, member of plaintiff Intercoastal Waterways, DO defendants 1 to 10, and unfortunately we don't know these companies or entities yet, but we have to find it out, and these companies will be added to this list. Next one, plaintiff Intercoastal Waterways. Next one, Metamaterials, that is obvious. Next one, Next Bridge Hydrocarbons, again quite obvious. The Basile law firm, Intercoastal Waterways LLC itself, nominant defendant the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, Trade Station Group, parent corporation to defendant Trade Station Securities, defendant Trade Station Securities, Joseph F. Rose, attorney for plaintiff Intercoastal Waterways, defines Intercoastal Waterways as a creditor in any potential bankruptcy by Trade Station. Defines Intercoastal Waterways as victim in any potential civil or criminal proceedings. So guys, I don't think that it is the update that Mark Basile announced just recently. He wrote this on June the 7th. How MMTLP, how's your weekend? We will have some big developments to announce in both the NBH class action as well as our case in Florida. Stay tuned. So we don't have any announcements in regards to this NBH class action lawsuit, but we have for this first announcement for their Florida RICO lawsuit. But I don't think that it is the major announcement that was mentioned by Mark Basile. On top of that, guys, let me explain you the price of that I mentioned in my yesterday's video. Christian Rasmussen wrote this in response to Mark Basile tweet. He wrote, Hello Mark, my lawyer from Denmark, I have asked when have the lawyer in the US solved this case. He told me right now all shareholders shall get at least $1,500 per share. Mark answered, maybe under Danish law, not here. That number will depend on many things. Besides, I'm shooting for almost double that, but we will see the direction this takes. And here's basically the number that Mark Basile mentioned in his tweet, and that is why I made a thumbnail with these numbers. On top of that, let me show you what did Chris Rasmussen write in response to Mark Basile again. He said, Mark, it is normal, we get about $2 to $3 per day. Now we have wait over 550 days and try to calculate this. So this is the answer. We have one case where client have wait over 1000 days and he get $3 per day, and it is normal practice, he told me. So here you can see the amount of money, amount of fees, or it is potential fines. And this scale is used in European courts. That is why I think the US court should rely on these numbers as well. And on top of that, Mark Basile, I think, also keeps in mind the same exact numbers. And this is the reason for these quite high numbers. On top of that, let me show you the conversation between Jeff Davis, the energy OG, and Mark Basile in regards to the same exact tweet. Jeff Davis wrote, if discovery has to be relevant to the subject matter in the pending action, and the action is related to securities fraud by the company and executives, it's not obvious to me what you expect to glean from discovery in the next British hydrocarbons class action relevant to actions against brokers in Florida. And Mark responded, well, I guess everyone will have to wait to find out. Jeff wrote again, with the confidentiality and protective order, highly likely they will be waiting a long time. Mark responded, we won't agree to one. Takes both sides. Let them make a motion. They have to provide very good reasons to the court, and we get to see why they want one. So guys, we have to be patient. We shouldn't be in a hurry. And Mark Basile clearly stated that we have to wait for the motion that will be filed within next, I guess, couple of weeks by the counterparty. And this response will be a base of the next step towards the resolution from Mark Basile's side. Next tweet that Jeff Davis wrote. Two sides to confer and agree. The court alone can order one for good cause, to protect a party or person from annoyance, embarrassment, oppression, or undue burden or expense. I'd prefer to see the discovery, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure next British hydrocarbons will be pushing for one. Mark wrote again, we will see what the judges does if and when that happens. Not going to discuss reasons for or against on social media. I'll leave that for you guys to discuss. So, this is another clear statement from Mark Basile that he will not discuss any updates outside of this type of tweets that he published from time to time. And definitely all other opinions are basically speculations in regards to the case. And we have to wait for the official statements and official documents that will be filed within this case. So let me show you another update, and I have to say that MMTLP community that was created by Pool T on X for now consists more than 1.5 thousand members. And let me show you what Pool T wrote. 10 hours ago he published this. If anyone from MMTLP community wishes to attend our retail investor rally on December the 7th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, please get on the wait list as soon as possible. Thank you. Click here. He added this link. And Bucky Buck Ski wrote this. Dr. E lives in Florida. It would be nice to get John Burda. Kurtis would be awesome. And let me show you that Kurtis published this 12 hours ago. He wrote, it would be an honor to have the opportunity to speak about MMTLP at your event. I've been registered for a month. And he, as you can see, he added December the 7th in his schedule for Lauderdale. And I have to say that it is far away from us right now, but I don't think that it will be useless, because we have to achieve not only our MMTLP goal, but we have to achieve the major goal for the entire retail community, and this is the fair and transparent market. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. Kurtis published this tweet, and it is the most crucial part of today's video. You definitely know that it is just a video from Jurassic Park, and Kurtis wrote, when this drops, and it means everyone will be extremely excited and surprised. So let me show you another tweet that Kurtis published in response to his own tweet. I think, wait a second, I think my reputation speaks for itself, but if in doubt, information has been provided to the parties with the power to leverage it to the fullest extent before releasing it publicly. Also, I wasn't the one to uncover it, so major props to curious minds who continue to dig and ask questions. If it doesn't generate the result I'm expecting, then I'll be happy to drag 10 more people into the light for their participation in the manipulation of MMTLP. The evidence and conflicts of interest are irrefutable. So guys, I think it is a real bombshell that we will find out within the next several hours. And Kurtis is the person who has very high level of credibility from MMTLP community, and he has extremely high level of knowledge of our case. Just yesterday, let me show you, Richard Hoffman published his video where Kurtis, Richard, Little J.R. Ewing, and Christian Shaughnessy discussed the MMTLP saga. And I highly encourage you to watch this video because it is very useful for us as well. So guys, we have to wait for this bombshell, and as you can see, a lot of our community members are very happy about this update, and we have to see this update, this news within the next several hours. Probably by the time this video will be published, we already find out it, but stay tuned. On top of that, let me show you this tweet that was published by FinAI, and it says, anonymous blog reveals the shady dealings of brokerages during the MMTLP U3 haul. Learn how their failures left us in chaos. And here is the link to the Perplexity blog. And guys, it is not for the first time when this blog is publishing this type of information. Definitely, it is very useful for us as a community that we have more and more attention to this problem. And guys, does it mean that this article is the news that was mentioned by Kurtis? I don't know, and I have to say that we have to find it out within the next several hours. I will do another update just to dig deeper, and I think we have to wait because for now everything that is done by the community happens because of our efforts and our consistency. So let me show you another update that was made by RareDD. He published this tweet just several hours ago, and it is a reminder. Let me quote you this in details. Just 6 months before FINRA began to bullshit MMTLP and MMAT, a news release from FINRA noted that FINRA and the SEC regularly request bullshits to assist in the investigation of market manipulation and insider trading. Federal securities laws and FINRA rules require firms to provide this information to FINRA, the SEC, and other regulators electronically upon request. Blue sheets provide regulators with critical detailed information about securities transactions, including the security, trade date, price, share quantity, customer name, and whether it was a buy or sell or short sale. Then Executive Vice President and FINRA's head enforcement Jessica Hopper had this to say. Incomplete and inaccurate blue sheet information in response to a regulatory request compromises our ability to identify individuals engaging in insider trading schemes, market manipulation, and other fraudulent activity, ultimately interfering with our ability to protect investors. said Jessica Hopper, Executive Vice President and FINRA's Head of Enforcement. Why would FINRA be so secretive with what they found? Isn't it strange that they proceeded with posting the first MMTLP corporate action the following day after beginning a fraud investigation? Isn't it also strange that Jessica Hopper left FINRA just before they released their first MMTLP FAQ? And guys, I don't think that it is a coincidence. And by the way, RareDD added all these screenshots that proves these statements that basically FINRA said by themselves that they have this information, and this information is related to illegal activity. But why in the world they don't want to disclose it? I think the answer is obvious. They have something to hide, and they have to cover some wrongdoers with their activity. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Basile Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed.